Okay, so these are 4 out of the top 5 in my lineup that are personal planners, journals that I like to touch every day. Okay, sometimes a day gets by that one of them doesn't get touched, but this is part of my regular daily routine. So, what happens when I have to travel? I'm going to show you what I'm going to do because ain't no way all this weight is going in my suitcase. You know I'm already challenged as it is. Okay, welcome tribe. This is Dr. J with the Therapy of Planning. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for clicking on this video to check it out and see what the Therapy of Planning is all about. And if you're coming back, thanks so much for doing so and hanging with me as we go on this elusive planner piece journey. So, here it is, the personal planner, the prayer journal, my personal journal, and my wellness journal. All these things I touch each day. Start with the prayer journal, have my personal journal with me throughout the day to make notes and to follow my to-do list. And in the morning and in the evening, I put different information I'm tracking in here in my wellness journal. So, as you can see, or imagine, these books are kind of heavy and thick, and they're fine for hanging out in the day because these 3 stay at the house. This is the only one that comes with me. And I have my rolling work bag that I put it in along with my work planner, which is rounding out the top 5 in my lineup. But when I travel, I may be traveling for work, but it's not the same daily routine of things that I normally do. So I don't bring that planner with me or have a need for that planner. I have another notebook that I take notes in at seminars and conferences and so forth. But for my personal things, how do I get all of this with me when I have a 50-pound weight limit? And on top of that, I really don't want to put it in my check bag anyway. But I'll tell you, it's too much. I don't even want to take my personal journal out of the house, okay? So what are we going to do? Let me show you what I came up with. Okay, so this looks a little better, right? Yeah, definitely much lighter. I still have to put some things in here, but it's definitely less. There's less going on, okay? So let me start off with showing you, okay, personal planner, right? So let's bring that back, right? This is a big, thick book. I have other videos about the personal planner if you want to check that out on my lineup. But I'm using the Sterling Ink N1 booklets. So I have both the horizontal and the vertical booklet in here. Okay, the horizontal I use for my to-do and any appointments. And then I have the monthly, of course, in the middle. And then I have the vertical, which I actually always set up in this quad layout. I used to also do like a horizontal layout, but I haven't done it yet this year because I've been able to do this really quickly this year, and so I always seems to be pressed for time, so I've been just doing the quad. I will get a moment where I'll do the horizontal as well. And then I have this notebook back here, just a plain grid notebook. I love that it's numbered, the pages are numbered. And this is just for notes, and I'll just use this until it's full. So all this is in here, different folders to hold things and whatnot. And so this has just become a really chunky book, which I love. I don't mind. But when I'm traveling, it's a little bit much. So what I've done what I will do is I'm going to just take out the one thing that I would like to keep with me, which is this booklet, and I'm going to put it in here. And in here, this is just a cover, I think, that I got from Amazon. But then I have this in here, which is from Gallon Leather, this wallet insert, which I think is great for travel because I can put different things in here, like some business cards and so forth. And I always bring the refills for my pen here, my friction pen, and I got some clips in here. Okay, and then I have this notebook, which is a traveler's insert, which is just gonna be for in case I need some notes, take some notes. And then I'm just gonna put this one in here because I figure that I don't need the monthly. I can't remember how I had put it last time. I discovered that this was a good idea. I'm not gonna put it in. I think I'm gonna put it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it there. Kind of don't usually like putting a string in the middle of this. You see, I have the Lauren Phelps design cover, but it's only for a little while, and it's not stretched or anything because it's just that one insert on that string and then one other insert on this string. And so that is much thinner and a lot less heavy, and I can slide that in my carry-on, and so that covers me for my personal planner. And when I come home, I'll just take that insert out and put it back in here. Okay, so that's that. Then my prayer journal. Okay, so again, I have this up on my channel, my prayer journal. This is just a half, this is a full year Stalogy that I cut down to a standard TN size, and I put in here my scripture writing. So every day I write some scriptures, whether it's from the Uverse app, from my book Jesus Calling, or Jesus Listens, or Jesus Always, one of those three. I take a verse of the day and write in here. I probably write several verses now that I have expanded to this space. Okay, and then in this book, this is my prayer journal, so I write prayers out in here. So I don't really particularly want to carry this with me. The scripture journal, that's fine, because that's all it is scriptures. In other words, I can continue on. I can start another book if somehow this got lost. I mean, I want to have it. I don't want it to get lost, but it doesn't have any private, personal information like my prayer journal does. So what I'm going to do with this book is I'm going to put it in here. And in here, I have this other standard TN size. This is from Planning with Kay, I believe. And the grid's a little bit bigger, but I had the book, and I decided that this would be my personal journal for traveling. So I did this, just set it up for travel. The first thing I did this year was I went to Hawaii. So each trip that I go on, I will just set up, I'll just indicate where it is. Like here, I'll just put down the next place that I'm going, and then I'll set up the days that I'm going to be gone. So even though there's going to be some personal stuff in here with me, it's still not my whole journal. And, you know, when I'm away traveling, it's probably a little bit lighter when I'm writing, just kind of about the day. So, not as deep as, in other words. So I'm going to put this in here. I think when I discovered I could do that, I did it like this. Yeah, I put this in the back here, like so, and then it closes up. This has the extra long strap, and so again, it's a little bit thick, but it's still lighter than this one and this one. Okay, so now we've got these two. And lastly, my wellness journal. I just took another classic size, and I don't even probably need all this. I'm just going to take out the time that I'm going to be gone. So let's just say it's April. Oh no, they don't have April in there yet. But let's just say it's this week. I would just take these out and put them in here. Then for how I'm physically feeling, I've been using this quad undated layout, which has been working great. I only just write here when there's something that I want to keep track of that happened, or when I'm feeling, you know, having some kind of unusual concern about how I'm feeling, you know, something ached, something did, whatever. I will put down the date and then put the description here. So it will just go in order of, you know, it would go in chronological order, showing me different symptoms so that it can just show a frequency or what I did that maybe was, you know, a cause of something, you know. So anyway, I could just take one of these and put it in there. I shall actually take one out. And then for the backache is just what I've eaten. So I can just take out whatever dates that I'm going to be out, which would be 1 or 2 pages, and put it in here so that I only end up with a much thinner version of this with just the time that I'm going to be away. So I even have this here, which I actually could use for my sleep, really. Some notes pages. But either way, there's only going to be a few pages in here, so see how thin it is and just easy. So at the end of the day, what I end up with is this, this, and this. And actually, I can slide all that in here if I want to, depending on how the suitcase is, you know, how things are fitting in there. If I want to put them separately or put them together. This is like a crossbody or a bag from Jane's Agenda, or a pouch. I use it as a pouch. I just took the straps off. And I can lay that in my suitcase. And then I can put some pens in here if I want. And there's pockets. I can even put some stickers if I want to bring some stickers with me. And there's a zipper on the back. This was a great item that we got in one of our subscription boxes from Jane's Agenda. So yeah, this is much less. It's not super light, but it's much less than trying to carry all of these different planners and journals. Okay, so and we're a little close up on here. I'm gonna have to figure that out and lift that up a little bit, but yeah, that's me traveling. So I hope maybe I might have given you some ideas. If you, like me, have a lot of planners and journals and you're trying to figure out what to bring with you when you travel, so not bring every single thing, not bring all your personal life that's in your journal out into the street with you, or if you just want to bring some things but not everything, this is the way I did it, and hopefully it gave you some inspiration or food for thought. And that's it, guys. I'm gonna get to the rest of the packing, and I hope that whatever date or time that you're seeing this, for me, I'm recording in the evening and I'm getting tired, hence the stumbling over the words. But whenever you're seeing this, I hope that it's a good time and that you're doing well. And I hope that you will go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything but the fun of following me on this journey as we pursue that planner piece that is ever so elusive, because that's the way life is. Things change. We change our planners, we change our journals, but It's always cool when you can get in a really good spot and have that flow. And I feel like that's where I'm at right now. But I know down the road, things could change because some life changes are coming up. Anyway, let me go throw this in a suitcase. Have a great one, guy. Bye, tribe.